things set up in my market heat map and things like. Oh, there we go. All right, hey, ladies and gentlemen, happy Thursday to you. And we are looking at the Good Friday holiday tomorrow, shortened trading week. And so we're actually we did Bulls versus Bears earlier. So you can go ahead and take a look at that. This will be our last Pip and Run Asia scalping session. We will be going to our challenge. If you want to, you know what? Streaming, we did that. Okay, close. Okay, fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and put the link for those people. Guess. Okay, and then let's go to the chat room. Yeah, for the challenge, Alan Steve asks, for the challenge trading is next week. That is, yes, it is. Yes. And this is the link, and it should be working now. I know, Steve, you had some issues with that, but I gave you a direct link. But I think Ray Lamar has already fixed that link there. To agree, I'm ready to take control. Enter your name, email address. I'll take you to the registration page, right? For those of you who are watching on YouTube, and if you've enjoyed the Pip and Run Live scalping, you would like to be part of the $15,000, I would say $100,000 challenge. It'll be nice, huh? $50,000 to $15,000 challenge, a 30-day challenge that we're gonna be doing. All you gotta do is click the link that's in the chat box. That's in this chat box, which should appear in the YouTube chat box as well. And we'll look forward to seeing you in that challenge. We're going to provide you the resources. We have a really cool, nifty spreadsheet of the position sizing, which I've worked out with ChatGPT, a roadmap, a blueprint to take a small account to a large account. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be challenging. London session, 2 a.m. Eastern time. We're going to be doing that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So enjoy this session today, our last Pip and Run Scalping Asia. And so, yeah. And great. Awesome, Steve. Got your Ox account squared away. Very cool. Okay. So, again, we have some really cool resources there. We have our ETU, Elite Traders University. This is our the training manual. You begin your transformation here. We have the My Market Heat Map, Trading Simulator, Trading Community, Exponential Growth Spreadsheet, Live Q&A, the 7 pillars, live execution. All those things are available, right? Our roadmap that takes you through our trading window and all that stuff. So we did the developer did a really great job on this. So once you register, you'll have access to all these resources, as well as the on Teams. Yeah, we have a room in Teams that was part of if you got the email. This is the new community, $50,000 to $15,000 trade challenge. Okay, and so we have some. The spreadsheet's actually in here. So once you have registered, you can download the spreadsheet there, and then you'll be able to, take a quick gander at that. We also have, as a bonus for those people who are, waiting room, turn off waiting room. Okay, Lisa's here. As part of the bonuses, we have our Trend Spotter indicator, the new improved Trend Spotter. You guys remember old Trend Spotter from the old MT4 days? Well, it's got a little bit of a facelift, and so really excited about that. Let me go ahead and share that. Actually, I gave up. Here we go. Who has that? Nanette signed up. Lisa's in, which is cool. We got Ken Rags is in. Steve is in. Our Trend Spotter indicator, strong versus weak analysis. This is where we take strong pairs versus weak pairs, pair them together, and then look for the strongest one, right? So you're gonna have access to that as part of the challenge. And we're gonna use the opening range breakout strategy developed by my students. Actually, it's based on Toby Craple's system, But we've been doing really well. We had one student, John Mason. He took his account. He skipped some steps. He went from $300 to $2,700 in 3 days. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, we're yeah, he's just and he made a withdrawal. He withdrew $1,000, which is pretty cool. Okay, okay. It says we're having trouble getting your messages right now. I know it's the all right. Anyway, what's going on there? Everything wants to it's like everything's taken off the good. We don't want that, right? This okay. We've got that in the Facebook group. Aben, I haven't seen Aben in a long time. He's signed up too. So we're bringing some old and not so old students back on the fray too. And also we have our trading triad. No, okay, yeah, Aaron. Yeah, Aaron signed up. Where is Aaron? Right there. Yeah, Aaron is in. Let's go ahead and get to the markets. Before we get started, Heavenly Father, thank you for this day, for this is the day that you have made. We rejoice and be glad in it. And this, remember the reason for the season. Remember Jesus crucified, risen on the cross. We remember that day, and we thank you for the salvation and for the power, the resurrection power, the restoration power to restore everything that we've lost, anything, whether it's our lives, whether it's our souls, whether it's our money, whether it's our families. You are a God of restoration. We thank you for restoration. And if anyone's lost money in this market, we thank you for God helping us to restore whatever we've lost in Jesus' name. And thank you for opening the eyes of our understanding that we may look at the markets with wisdom, with integrity, with precision, to find winning trades. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. All right. Ring the bell. That's a big amen on that one. All right. And so we also have a number of people in our free trial that are coming in as well. Let's go ahead, take a look at my market heat map. My favorite way. You can get access to my market heat map. If you don't have access to my market heat map, you'll have access to it once you join the challenge. And so green is uptrend, red's a downtrend, gray stay away. Let's see what's happening. And you can always access it for free. If you were watching on YouTube, just go to my market heat map, absolutely free. You get the most powerful heat map, which is the Forex Majors heat map. It tells us what's hopping, what's popping, what's dropping, what's not in the market. Green's an uptrend, red's a downtrend. Dollar is back in the, after the Trump speech yesterday, marvelous speech, but it spooked the market when he said he's going to bomb him back to the Stone Age. Guess what? Oh, you can't see my screen. How about that? Share the screen. Share sound. Yeah. One of the powerful heat maps there of my dollar yen up 0.58%. And the US dollar index, Swiss dollar CAD, all at the top spots. Euro down almost a 0.25%. Kiwi down 0.5%. Honestly, still, it's a very, very strong economy. And even in the face of all this dollar strength, Aussie's still holding on a little bit, right? Okay. Let's take a look at the news. I think we do have some news coming up, right? Let me go back. I did Bulls versus Bears, so we have to go back to the present. Oh, not that far back. There we go. Nothing. Okay, let's go filter it down to the medium. Sometimes we will not see. Hey, you want to see some news from Iran? Are they going to give us any? I don't think they'll give us any news from Iran. Okay. No. Rating dog, 2 hours PMI services. Okay, that's so nothing for Australia or New Zealand. We do have something from China, but it's going to be in 2 hours. Okay, let's take a look at the headlines. Quick gander at the headlines. We know what the big headline is, but anything that's maybe changed. As Dow closes lower, as Trump comments dampen traders' hopes for end of war. And that's basically going to tell us automatically that the dollar is going to be strong anyway, right? And but let's look at the numbers. The numbers. Okay, the Dow it's not down by very much, almost a tenth of a percent. S&P 500 up almost a tenth of a percent, over a little over a tenth of a percent. Nasdaq, almost 0.2%, and Russell 2000. So very, very tight. It's Passover. A number of our Jewish trader friends are not at their desks, so we're gonna have decreased volume. But we were as low. We were down 600 points on the open. So to get this far up is a I'll show you in the chart that this is actually a victory. Gold down, silver has been all over the place. It spiked like 80 and then spiked down to like 69 because when you have market players taking vacation or on holiday, you can have wild swings in the market, right? Copper is up 0.2%. Let's look at that. And here we have the euro 115.39. We were like 116 earlier. We had pulled back. Dollar yen is, these are the closing numbers as of U.S. crypto. Bitcoin 66,951. Okay, I really haven't taken a look at that. And then let's take a look at the futures. Not sure what will happen with the futures considering that there's a holiday tomorrow. But Globex might still have something. Yeah, still, this is not a bad sell-off in reference to. Okay. Yeah, we took a hit on that silver. My goodness. It was a whipsaw, the most horrible whipsaw that I've ever seen, and the wick was like $10 north and $10 south. That was yesterday, right? It was April Fools, right? It's gonna get to 80. No. It was almost like they made the wick disappear, right? It was like right here. Yeah. We got the 75.90. Oh, that's like 8. That's 8 in the morning. No, this is more like 5, like 1,700. Right? Oh, that's look at that, right? 76 on the high. And the low got down to 74.30, right? Just but that's just the transition time, right? Okay, let's look at dollar yen. Let's see what's going on there. I'm going to let's remove the drawings and reset it. That was in the top spot. It doesn't seem very top right now. We probably hit high earlier today, but it's been pulling back though in a range, so it might break out north. We may have a flag pattern here where we have a price, and then our price is flagging, and we're looking for a breakout north. But we'll let it tell us, because our MACD is kind of flattened out with not much things going on there. But if we do get a break above 59.60, we could probably go a lot higher, right? We might be this could be an A or 1, B or 2, C or 3 later, and we could potentially go higher. So if we get a break above the trend line, we're going to put an alert right there, and that way we're just not going to hang out here. Same as chart, right? Oh, create. Okay. And as usual, if you see something, say something. If there's a chart you're looking at, something that you're interested in, if you want me to examine something or look at something, you're not sure, no worries. Just let me know in the chat box. Like starting with the dollar index, and the dollar index has been 4-hour chart, and let's reset that chart there. Dollar index, higher highs, higher lows. and we are rebounding off the low, and we've been trending up. So, but we are holding the trend line right there, and we have touches of the trend line. We dropped down to 2 hour. We're touching the trend line, and we're forming a pennant, another little pennant. So we can see a break north, right? That would, so we got a little some price compression there. So we want to see a break. We're going to set a tripwire, DXY, and once per minute, too often, once per bar close. That's a good one. All right. So we need to cross 113. And if we do, we'll probably start seeing Euro Tank, Aussie Tank, and all these others, because this could be your C 1, 2, 3 up, which means we would be looking to short probably the weakest one on the board. Let's take a look. Oh, is that there? Up there. Where's our? Don't see it right there. Our strength indicator, right? Who was the caboose? Who was picking up the rear? Kiwi dollar. All right, let's pick on Kiwi. It's at the back of the bus there, the short butt. Let's see if we can find some. See if you have some continued weakness, especially because the dollar's been so strong. I mean, it's up 0.9%, and it fell pretty hard. But it's like everything's like near support, like, right? If we can break that area, we can break 5,700. But look at this downtrend, it's been very nice. 993. We'll move all these drawings here. I'm going to get rid of these arrows too. Okay, there we go. This is a 2 hour chart. 2 hour probably too far. 2 hours just indecision. Sideways. How about 1 hour? Got maybe a little tiny uptrend on the 1 hour with very, very, very subtle. I don't know if we were doing a wave count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Air 1, beer 2. You wonder if we might get. Okay. No. I don't want to do this one. 15-second chart. No. Go back. 15 second here. 15 second here. Okay. Got lots of buy action. Look at that. Got a rocket ship there, huh? All right. Whoa, the spread. Look at that. That looks huge on there. Okay. Stop loss. Okay, we're at the 18. Like 10 pips on that is 08, 5708. 5708. I'm going to use this account from last time because next week we will be slugging out the $50 account, right? We might look at. I mean, this is 3.4 pips, 3.5 pips. I mean, we're not 10 pips yet. Do we want 10 pips? Maybe 5 pips might be sufficient. 5 pips is 57.13. Okay. 5 to make 5. Give me 5. You used to say, give me 5 on the black hand side. Oh, man. 70s. Okay, well, that's a 1-to-1 there. So actually, we're gonna go counter trend because it's been beat up all day. So maybe people are buying off the bottom, right? I mean, we have big that plunge. Oh yeah, 3, 4, 5, and probably we had a couple of People maybe try to push this down and couldn't. I know the colors are probably. Let me get rid of this template here. This is our gold template for trading gold. Let's do that. Actually, let's do Steve's. As I want to use that one. I mix it up a little bit. Did I put an A in front of it? Usually, what I do is I put an A in front of the template, so it'll end up at the top. I don't think I did that with. There we go. I put an A in front of the template, so it appears at the top alphabetically. Okay, let's. Wow, this is gonna be painful. Let's see if. You know what? Let's try oil. Let's see what oil's doing. Right. Black gold, Texas tea. Oh, I was oriented already. This took a long time to make $135. I tell you what, I've been in this since when did I get in here? Like noon, I think. Oh, not that long. I actually held it through swaps too. I'm just trying to get to the old high, right? And it's like, well, the market's actually closed. I'm gonna try to close it. I don't think I can close it. Watch. Oh, okay. Globex is still open. Okay. Because sometimes you get into those oil positions or those CFD positions, and they have hours. If you right-click the MT4, it will say, "Oh, these are the hours of," they'll ask you what the hours are. I mean, they'll say the hours for that pair, right? So let's see with oil. Oh, we even have oil here? Yeah, we do. And the specification. You click into specification. So oil, contract specifications, 2 digits. Contract size is 1,000. Major margin currency is US dollar. CFD, margin percentage. Maximum volume is 10 lots. And see, they give you the hours. Thursday, 1, just 24 hours. And Friday, but I don't know about holidays. 3 days swap, triple interest on Wednesdays. Right. So it's a 24-hour traded contract, which is kind of cool. Gold, on the other hand, is not. Because I would try and get out of gold. See, oh, really? 1 to 24. Oh, when did they switch this up? 105. That's no. What that? It didn't open till 6, and they go, "Oh, the hours are from 6," and like going. The forex market is a 24-hour market, but the CFDs are trading. It's like okay, whatever. Okay, this is gonna move. Let's go try it. Let's try gold. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. We got something. An ABC drop, and another ABC rise, and nothing. I tell you, nothing there. Dollar yen. Oh, we set an alarm, right? We did. Did we set an alarm? I thought we set an alarm. No. See, everything's stuck. Is it just me, or are we stuck? Oh, this is dropping. This is 15. This is the 1. Okay. So we're down 1 pip. Now we're down not 9/10 of a pip. 7/10 of a pip. All right. Okay, we went through euro. euro. This is all looking like it wants to, like they're already positioning for, because after an ABC, A or 1, B or 2, we expect this to break out north like very strongly, right? That's the 1 minute, 15 second. I'm not gonna go that large. Wow, the spread. It looks huge. This is 1541 7/10 of a pip. This is 1541 2/10 of a pip. So the difference is 5/10 of a pip, right? That's why it's $50, or half a pip, right? Half a pip. Now I was actually practicing with the opening range breakout. I actually was up at 3 a.m. Eastern time, and so I was actually so we've got these in play. Stop, or I didn't put a stop loss on this. I probably a 5 pip. Actually, if I get below here, I want to be out of the trade. That's like a 2.5 pip stop loss, right? 2.5 pip stop. Yeah, if it didn't go that far, is like it's. But let me show you what the opening range breakout did. I got kind of like whipsaw there, right? Well, where did we go? Okay, this is the 31. Maybe I did it on the euro. Maybe I did on the euro. Let's see. Oh, I got rid of all the lines. That's why. Right. Oh, there they are. There they are. They're the lines, right? All right. We had a breakout from here, and this was my the two. That's 9 o'clock. 1 o'clock. 9 o'clock. No. Okay. No. Okay. Let's do it from the pound. Okay, on the pound, and this we're going to go back to 3 a.m. Eastern time, and because I had my lines and lines are gone. Because what I should do is do the opening range breakout on another broker that I don't use, like Oanda. Never use Oanda. There we go. I know I won't. So that way I won't delete my lines here because I won't be here. But just to show you a preview of what we'll be doing next week, moving forward. As we're gonna get started at 2 a.m. to analyze the market, but we draw our lines 30 minutes before the actual market. So 3 o'clock when the market opens, and we're actually going to go back to 2:30, right? And we use a 5-minute chart, right? And with the first 6 candles. I mean, you could go other time frames. Okay, let's take the 30-minute breakout above the 30-minute candle, like Steve said, but that's not how I learned it. So, this old dog doesn't learn a lot of new tricks, right? But is this thing moving now? Really? Okay. I'm probably tickling it. It's probably like going, hey, that tickles. Oh, look at that. Do I get caught in that? Yeah. Bearish cross, histogram divergence on the 15 second against the 200. Okay. Ooh. Where's the stop? Stop loss. I'm going to put a 5 pip stop loss on this. $5 foot long. I'll take profit. Well, Nancy. Well, I don't think we're gonna get all that. Might get that. But back to this congestion. 1-to-1. Okay. Okay. Let's we'll pause on our opening range breakout because this is the size where it wants to break out. Let's see. Bearish against the 200 on the 5-minute chart. Okay. Meanwhile, that's it. That's set. Either it gets stopped out or it goes to our profit target, right? But going back to here, whoa, that's well, I took care of that. These are spiky moves, huh? We did our cross, okay. Okay. Let's take a look at New Zealand dollar. Let's do it. Okay. It's not responding. Maybe the dollar index has turned down. Not really. 5-minute just broke out. Pound's just doing its own thing, huh? Okay. Wakibi is coming up. Euro's in the money. And that's something we would do too. We would look at pound and look at pound yen, and if they're both moving at the same time, that usually tells us that there is something going on. The UK traders are just taking the pound north. So I'm actually going to get long pound yen. There we go, because they hadn't moved yet. Just like if you see Aussie move and Aussie yen hasn't moved yet, sometimes you can like go and jump on that one, right? We'll put the stop at 4 pip stop, and see if we can pull. Maybe pull 6 out of this. Because that takes us back to the old high. But we're getting a MACD cross already. We're getting a stochastics cross already. Our 5 minutes turning up. But let's go. Needs don't make me bring my guns out, you know. Okay. So pound yen, pound dollar had already moved. If this is our C, this is our maybe 1 choppy 2. We should see 3 take a northbound move up from the C. C, A, B. Right. I don't know, 100% expansion happens to be where my take profit is. So break out of this little tight consolidation here, a little tight spring, and see if the price will go up. Ooh, coming toward our stop. Maybe forming a double bottom against the long wick, which is a bullish sign. Ooh, a retest of the support again. It's like they're hunting for stops. Let's Stop hunting. Stop. Stop hunting. Guys like my shirt. I'm wearing my Easter egg kind of colored Hawaiian shirt. There we go. Testing support. Sometimes it tests it, breaks it, and just keeps dropping. And oh, boo. Okay. It still can be part of a complex choppy 2. So I want to watch that. Maybe have even set up a buy stop. It worked. Okay. Last time it kept disappearing on me. So buy stop. What? It's in the market already? Oh, because the spread. Oh, it's a 3 pip spread. And I was 3 pips within the range. I'm in the trade. I'm in the trade here. But the market is here. That's the spread. That's the cost that they charge to do this trade, which put me in the negative. So sometimes the technical levels that you want to get involved in the market don't line up with what's going to actually realistically give to you. So maybe I should have pushed my buy stop higher outside the spread. And I might have to put it way up here just to here. There's a way you can put the buy and the bid and ask lines on the chart. I just always found it so confusing to have all these lines, and those lines are moving too. But then I could see where the bid and ask are. Or what? Alerts, canvas, trading, symbol, canvas. Okay. Sometimes it's faster to ask ChatGPT how to do stuff than looking for a solution on all this. I have something called Merlin, which gives me like infinite searches. How can I, unless you guys know how to do it, restore bid and ask lines on TradingView? Question mark. Well, I can't even see your chat box if you are saying something. Hey, there's Jeff. I didn't see you in the room. Okay, searching, blah, blah, blah. Open chart settings. Okay, yeah, okay. Drop down menu, okay. Navigate to symbol tab. Symbol tab. Oh, GU dropping. Okay, let's see. Is our euro dropping? Oh wow, we had some profit in there too. Well, not much because we barely got over the break-even point. Real sloppy price action. How about Kiwi dollar? Is Kiwi up? Kiwi double topped. Exactly where my entry was on the spread, right? I'm gonna stop myself out with the $80. I don't like this. This is funky price action. Sometimes if you look at the price action, if it doesn't make sense, just kill it. Pound yen. Oh, that's really gonna kill that one. That's that. Yeah. Now, would I take this as a short? I don't know. You know why this is trapped in this range, and you really want to see some resolution, or you'll just chop your account up, right? You're just stuck in this. I mean, it looks like you can trade it, right? But the spread's wide enough that if I went long here, well, I get filled up here, and so I'm not going to be profitable until price breaks out. So there really is no way that you can, get involved in the market. See, if I bought here, right, I would still be negative, right? So we have to break out of the range. So, and we probably need to break the high or this is where all the where the resistance is actually sell stop orders, and once if demand overruns those orders and the supply runs out, they'll break and move higher, right? Naturally. So you can just put a buy stop there and just wait, right? You could do a sell stop too, but I think we have this sloping to back out to a 15-minute chart. I think we've been making higher lows, and we have an inverted head and shoulders pattern. So it's just a matter of waiting, a matter of time for this thing to break out and fill this giant drop that we had, right? I mean, this is huge. This is a gap. These are gapping moves, and price will usually fill the gap because nature abhors a vacuum. And so we've got this huge gap down. And we are looking for a similar gap up. And if you can catch that, it'll be beautiful, right? But it means you could sit in front of the computer and watch it and watch it and watch it, or you might have to give some of it away, get outside of the range of chop, and maybe make my buy stop above the high. So when this thing is triggered, it'll start following this path up, filling the gap, and returning back to this level of support, which held for such a long time before it was broken. Right, price will probably return back to this area up here. Right, that's it. That's the head and shoulders pattern. Right, that's why it works majority of the time, a goodly part of the time. Right, and we know it. We know as Ellioticians or Elliott wave followers that this is a 3, 4, 5, and then the right shoulder is A or 1, B or 2, and the extension, the break of the neckline, is C or 3, right? So you've got a perfect storm lined up. We've got all kinds of stuff too, which I'm not going to explain. Takes too long, and you need to join mentorship to figure all that out. But we can see this possible break north, right? And it's huge. I mean, this is a move that from where we are is about 210, 211, 211. 211 to 213 is 200 pips. So it's a 200 pip move from there. And on a micro lot, it's $20. On a mini lot, it's $200. Say a $200 trade. I mean, let's say we were trading that $50 account and we trade 0.05. Well, then that would be 10 cents, 20 times 5. That's $100. It's a $100 move, 0.5 to double up your account. Mm-hmm. So you could double. You could get 100. You can get a double on a 0.05 lot from here to here, right? Okay, so we'll just set that up. Oh, Euro Aussie. Let's see what's going on there, right? the Armageddon pair, but look how it formed this head and shoulder, a bearish head and shoulders, right? And the Australian dollar goes in the opposite direction of this. So when this is going up, Australian dollar is going down. When this thing goes down, then the Australian dollar is going up. And we're in a bearish downward formation on the 15-minute chart. Right. So we have this. We anticipate this to break and Aussie probably head back to 75 or something crazy, right? This is a topping pattern. This is like the worst news, with the war and everything like that. Once the war is over, boom. Just the old school way of doing foreign exchange is to fly over to Australia and buy $1 million and take your $1 million of US dollars and buy Australian dollars and put it in the bank. And they get that. What's going on here? This thing wants to line up. Hey, Greg. In the neckline. Yeah. I mean, we haven't broken that. We're still a ways. We're about 100 pips away from breaking the neckline. And we're making some higher lows. So this thing is not bare. It's not dead yet. Right? We still have a higher high and a higher low. And again, we want to see a break of this high. We also have our flag pattern. We're on the 15-minute chart. Let's drop it down to a 5. All right. Looks like you want to go. You want to go. See, we're in this little box. Want to break out a little box? All right. Oh, well, of course, 10K, right? No, buy. We wicked outside the box, which is a little bit more life than we've had. So I'm blowing it. It's holding up around number 2, 1.6700. All right. Finally, we get something that has some life in it. Oh, let's get down into the. There we go. Really? All right. See, we got outside the box. This is like opening range breakout. Is this basically it's been stuck in a range? I mean, it peaked out and dropped, so we might get something like that where it is. Hey, look at me! Psych, sucker fool. But it's almost 8 o'clock, so something's going to do something. Keep your eyes peeled, guys. Something's going to be moving in the next 8 minutes or so. Okay, we are testing the backside of the. Oh, we tested it. Buyer stepped in the wick. If you want more confirmation, you can wait for a trend line. Okay. So while we got that, and Rod's in the house, right? London session's coming. London's calling. Remember the Clash song, London Calling? There we go. All right. Still got to cover the spread. I'm going to put the stop loss in, probably underneath the box. That's a 3.24 pip spread approximately. The pip values are different from for Euro Aussie. And maybe we get back to the old high, maybe. Okay. Now we're gonna have a method of actually magnifying those gains in the compound spreadsheet, where we will enter and we'll show you how to enter multiple positions at the point of attack, and then taking off a percentage, and maybe in the Pip and Run mentorship, the percentage we use. It's not traditional. Most gurus and most courses say, take half off and move your stop to break even. And guess what? You get stopped out and you lose all the money, right? We have a different ratio that we use. So when you join our 50 to $15,000 challenge or 31-day challenge, you will learn that and much, much more. We are streaming as well, but there is a link for those of you who are watching on YouTube or who just come in. This will be we will be moving to London, the London session from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Eastern time. And we will phase out our Asia session trading. So you can register. It's a 30-day challenge. So after 30 days, you either hit your target, you hit 15,000, maybe hit 3,000, maybe hit 2,000. Hey, it's better, more than $127 that you paid, right? And and you can re-up to do it again. The biggest problem a lot of traders have is that they trade alone. They don't have accountability. They don't have a system. They don't have, in fact, Alexander Elder in his book Trading for a Living discussed how traders will work for a firm and make millions of dollars with the firm and get pissed off and say, hey, I'm making all this money for the company. I'm going to go trade at home in my laptop, in my pajamas, right? And they wind up, they become part of the statistics that like 90% of all traders lose. Well, even with all the background, and even when I left the firm, you had risk management, you had someone looking over your shoulder telling you you're using too much leverage, or you're, or maybe you're not large enough in a trade. You can be too small in a trade. It's like, why are you so small in the trade when you have that kind of conviction? You have this great conviction, but you only made like 0.5% of the account, and you could have made like 2% or 3% of the account, right? Or maybe the risk manager pulls your capital because you've got 3 or 4 losing days in a row. Well, when you're on your own, you don't have the risk manager, right? And we have an analysis team, and I've been on both trader and analysis team where I'm analyzing the economic picture, the finances of corporate of countries, and money flow and economic indicators, sentiment indicators, right? And doing some technical analysis too, and then putting those ideas together, packaging them up, and giving them to the trader. And the trader looks at, well, this is a dog, and this is a dog, and that one's okay. And that trader will go through the trades that the analyst gives them, and picks the ones which will fit the parameters of an execution of that's a high probability setup, right? So you have that holy trinity when you work for a firm, but when you on your own, you have to wear all 3 hats. And sometimes you just focus on the trader hat, and the trader doesn't do risk management. The trader doesn't do any analysis. All he does is I see a candle that just popped up. Let me go ahead and get long, right? Right. So they didn't do any. They did doing multiple time frame analysis. They didn't walk it back from the monthly to weekly, right? Because they didn't have to, because they had a team of and if you watch Wall Street, Bud Fox gave Gordon Gekko a bunch of stocks and put some money on it. All of them lost. And Gordon Gekko says, I have an office full of traders. I have wall-to-wall traders, not just one. And I don't need another trader, And then so Bud Fox says, I'm not just another trader. He says, well, go prove it to me. Give me some information I can use. No insider information, right? And that's how he got in trouble. But the whole idea is that, when you are trading against these, when you're putting your money and capital out there, you are trading against the very best and very brightest of people with huge computer systems, AI now, PhDs like in the Medallion Fund. And so you have to put on those three hats and be disciplined to put your ego aside and, okay, I've done my analysis. That's why we have bulls versus bears to help you in that. When you watch bulls versus bears, that gives you that fundamental background. I put my analysis hat on. I do it for myself because it helps me, right? And then I put that analysis out to you guys so you can watch it and have your week kind of plan and what to look for, right? Now, in the risk management, well, that's you got to do that as well. It's like, okay, I've got this much capital and this is a possible target. I don't know what size position that should I use based on my capital, right? I want to be able to have more shots, right? And I think one of the activities that I would like to have traders do is to lose, see how many losses you can get, right? Lose gracefully, right? Just intentionally lose. Just take a buy and a sell and just position size. Just get in the practice of position sizing. The position sizing should be a habit. Position sizing and where you're placing your stop, right? Usually positions like you can leave the position the same pretty much, but where you're placing your stops, right? Are you placing them at round numbers? Are you placing them below swing lows, right? If you're scalping, you can do a 1-to-1, but if you have something where, hey, if we were to get in closer to the bottom here, and then there, I mean, the 100% expansion is always a great target to go for, right? And that's 7.59 pips, right? And maybe if I'm going below the box, but that swing low right here, 4 pips below swing low is 66.94. 4 pips below that should be 66.90, and that's like down here somewhere, which would take me below that swing low right there, right? So that turns into a 1-to-1, right? But I'm gonna get $700 out of that, or I'm gonna lose $700 out of that, right? And as this moves up, then you're gonna start trailing that stop up into profit. If this breaks out above the high, you can start marching it up, right? But also using that break of structure, we're making higher highs, this is a higher low, and we've made a lower high. The lower low, 66.94, might be. Let's see, we're getting there. G, you exploded up. Oh, okay. Let's take a quick gander there. Let me go back to the majors. We're probably gonna get smoked on this one if everything is going up. Wow, everything we were long in broke out, right? Well, we were long here, right? Which is good. We got out here. They dropped a little bit lower, right? Because we saved ourselves like 2 pips, right? Well, I wonder if we can fade that move. Let's illiquid market during Asia up at the we have a quarter line, 25. Oh, the 25 line is way up here. 25 line is here. The 0-0 line is down here. We're not even trading near way down here. We're in the no man's land, right? I was trying to see if we could fade it for a few pips. Maybe get 3 pips out of that. But I probably don't want to risk three. Risk three to make 3.4. See if we can fade this. Again, it's the Easter season. It's the holiday season, so we can actually take a look at the my market heat map. See, we can log in, and take a look at the liquidity trader tools. There's something called Forex liquidity, which you can look at and see what's going on in the market. And if there's no liquidity, it makes it kind of hard to trade. It is the 8 o'clock money train, and we did have a upward move. You can see, right? Yeah, it's okay. It's not a lot. I mean, and then you get that surge, right? And then it fades. And the Kiwi dollar ran right into the 200 simple moving average. Big long wick. Sellers came in, pushed it down. But can they keep it down? That's what we're going to find out. Looks like she wants to come down. Right. Let's take a look at the pound. The pound spiked too. Yeah, see, it's already coming down. Coming down. Looks like a flag pattern. Take a look at the dollar index. Dollar index also spiked down as everything else is spiking up. But against that trend line, could give us a rebound. Okay, our Kiwi dollar is starting to come up. We entered short. I have to stop. I got to stop. I stopped, got my limit. And if this thing really starts pushing, we could probably add some more on there. I want to see a break of structure, higher high, higher low. We would need to see a lower low, a break at 57.18. Because if we can break like 57.17 or so, well, give us some direction some indication that the direction is going to go south. Now, I probably would have been long this, because it looks like C, A, B, but we've got this 200 simple moving average hanging right there. So it's hard for me to be bullish against that. It's like you're got your car up against the wall, right? And you just don't want to press the accelerator; you're gonna run right into it, right? The path of least resistance seems to be south. And we can see some profit taking where people who got long are selling, and that they're selling to take profit on the trade. Because that's the people buy the dip. But here's our 200 simple moving average acting as resistance. Let's go back to Euro Aussie for a second. Let's see what's going on there. We're still in that. And yeah, we haven't hit our stop. We're down. Okay, let's go back to. $57.19. My name is Dr. Greg Cloud, Elite Traders University, and we are trading New Zealand dollar. Taking it short. Got short at 57.18, and let's see if it wants to run our way. All right.
Sell.
Let's see. Let's got a third candle ramming the 200 simple moving average. The yellow line here acting as resistance. We can actually do that. We can actually add this indicator. Oh. Okay, moving average exponential, right? I want to actually settings. No. Got the 3. Yeah, I'll make that 200. But I'm going to source chart time frame 5 minute, right? And style, get some style. There we go. Make it a little thicker. There we go. So here is the this is the 5 minute 200 simple moving average on a 15-second chart. So you can see that line there is that line there. So you can see the resistance that penetration, rejection of the breakout, another attempt to break north. And so that moving average is having an impact. Looking at a again, we do have this rising trend line. That's from here to here, right? So basically, you need to break that line. Here we go. Here we go. You know. There we go. Woo! Did you see that, guys? Wow, look at the spread. I'm below the line, but I'm still down $20. Fractional pip, right? Still 18, 18.4, 18.6. If I need to break 17 to get, okay. There are those 5 moving averages. Put some arrows on there, right? Sell, buy. I'm gonna go out 1 minute. Ah, look at that. Nice big sell arrow. At the 200 moving average. Boy, this is going kind of slow. Let's check on gold. All right, man, see what's going on there. Ooh, ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee, baby, ooh wee. Okay. Well, we're far above the 200 moving average of the 5 minute chart on the 15-second chart. We have a pennant which almost looks like the we haven't broken the high of the doji yet. What if I put a buy stop right there, right? All right. There we go. And take profit. Hold the old high. Stop loss. Wow. How about, this is gonna be kind of interesting. You have it inside the candle. I don't know if that will work. How about that? Because the price will move up away from there, hit that, and maybe roll right into its take profit, right? And hopefully I won't get caught in the spread. That could be fun. And I mean, okay. I'm looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love in too many faces. This thing has not moved. 8.4, 18.4. I'm gonna go look at it till it. It stopped. Electric shock. Warning shot. Wake it up. Come on. It's like it's frozen. My goodness. This is gold. The gold is like fast, right? Is my computer frozen? Is it just me? These guys are selling off too. Ooh, that's moving. I don't know. I'm not getting that big, bro. Yeah. All right. Something. I'm just gonna spread the field. Something's gotta drop fast. What? Oh my! I mean, the spreads. Oh, 30. I gotta have stop loss. Oh wow. No, I have to go higher than that. Oof. Okay, finally. It's like Kiwi. There we go. All right. you know, Euro. Yeah. You gotta go higher, right? 41. Oh yeah, looks like the scale is smaller. Oof. Now it's going wrong. Ah, wow. Already? Oh, maybe my 10. Keep my $20. What's going on here? Okay. Bullish against the wick. I don't know what's going on. I'm just reacting like a. At least give me 2 pips. 2 pip stop. Maybe 3 pip stop. And that thing will start rushing back the other way. There we go. There we go. All right, it runs like 2 2/10 of a pip. It goes, I'm tired. I mean, look at the momentum in the 5 minute. Well, the momentum is flat. Nothing's going on. No angle, no separation. It's going to pull back, right? When we're bullish against the wick, maybe it's just a pennant and an uptrend. A small uptrend. Or a pause and a retrace for a drop later. $5 minutes is a bullish wick. You know what? Oh wow, this is very interesting. Okay, $10, $10, $10. 1/10 of a pip. If you're on the higher time frame, you're not seeing any of this action. We are in micro world. We are on the 15-second chart. Let me check to see if there's any questions. Wait, is gold moving? My gold is stuck. 46.76. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, let me try, okay. Pepperstone. Or IC markets. Well, I think it's frozen. Yeah, nothing. Oh, but for the holiday, maybe. Let's check. Gold. Yeah, probably everything's for the holiday. Yeah. Really? Man, my computer's frozen. Okay. This is Good Friday. Closed. Goals. I mean, most says everything's like closed. Yeah, Good Friday. So you got Good Friday, Easter Monday, the Qing Ming Festival, the day following Easter, Showa Day in Japan, Labor Day in Sweden. There's a lot of stuff going on. And everything is closed. That's why it's not probably not moving. Bonds. Yeah, bonds ain't gonna take a break. Where is XAU? Yeah, closed. XAU USD. See, it's yeah, that's right. It's Good Friday in Asia right now. So, or all times they're in GMT. So, it GMT. Yeah, it's April 3rd GMT. So that's it for that. That's why it's not moving. I'm like, what's going on here, right? And all right, so we grab like $20 out of here. You might need to shut off if everything is. Are we short? I don't think we're gonna be short. Yeah, guys, we got some crappy price action here. So we're just gonna go ahead unless there's any questions or anything you guys want burning. I actually wanted to explain that opening range breakout. Probably didn't do too well because of the impending holiday, but I was working on an explanation before we had our lines drawn at 3 a.m. Here we go. It's 3 a.m. right here. This actually worked out, I think. So 2 o'clock we start analysis. But 2:30 we start marking off our chart. Look at the 6 candles 30 minutes before they open. So it's a pre-market open, basically a pre-market open strategy. And so so we have the highest high and the lowest low of this area, and it happens to be about like that, right? So we did get and I have an indicator for I will give you an MT4. Remind myself to do that. We'll actually draw this in for you, which is kind of cool. Just kind of cool indeed. And then it will draw the box and extend it into the future. So that's the pre-market box, and this is the actual trading, extend into the future, right? So it goes in the future, in the future, in the future, right? So we're basically looking for a break above a couple of candle breaks, and so probably not here, but here we would probably have taken the breakout above the area. So the whole idea of the opening range breakout is that if this breaks out from this area, this will be the low of the day. The low of the day will be here, and then everything else will, during New York session, will be much higher. Or if it breaks south, this will be the high of the day, the highest high of the day, because we would drop from below it, right? And then this area here will act as a support zone, or a pivot, right? The moment I go into it, it starts moving, right? Now everything's getting active, right? So let's start into that. We're probably gonna be done. And so our entry would be here, and so we would look for the height of the box. Usually tells us our 1x, right? We would measure. We can look at 75 to 92. That is a 17 pip box, 17 pips. So we look for 34 pips profit in this move, right? So basically, you take the high of the box and multiply it times 2, right? And that would be your first. And then we would, put our orders in. Not looking at this thing, it's going to take off, right? So that would be our take profit, right? So if we entered here at say 32.98, let's round make it 33.00, then we could have got out at 33.35, right? So that's like a 30 pip move, right? And we would have probably 3 lots on that. So we would take 2 of the 3 off, right? And then we leave that 1 as a runner. So this would be your pip and your run. Get it? Pip and run, or marathon, right? This is like a sprinter. And our stop would be below the box. Probably put like 4 or 5 pips below the box. We extend this in the future. What happens is this box acts as a support area, right? See, it just bounces around there, bounces around there. I mean, right? And it kept bouncing, right? Until it bounced around until now, right? This is the 8 o'clock money train, right? Right? Oh, actually, no, this is yesterday, right? Yesterday. So it broke the box, but when it broke, okay, well, you could have closed the trade out, right? And you can see that became, when we broke south out of the box, this became the high of the day, right? It never came back. Right? And so from the move from here to here was huge, right? It was a 94 pip drop from the box, right? And sometimes you can extend that box for several days, right? And that's basically the high of the day. You would draw a new box for the next day, and when you start, we'll have an indicator that actually draws this on MT4. But it's very interesting. After you get 3 or 4 of these boxes, you start seeing a pattern develop where each low, you get your lower lows and lower highs. You get these lower boxes that are lower than the previous one. I mean, you can, and the bottom and the top of the box act as support and resistance. So they're like floating pivots. And if you have different colors for different days, it looks really cool. Right? But it's very effective, a visual representation of what the market's actually doing, where the operators want to take price, because they already know where they want to take it. They know. They're not going to tell you. And we did see a similar box. We had a break. It broke down for a few pips, right? And if you're a pip and runner, you know what that is, right? It was a 24 pip move, right? Usually the high of the box was 18. We usually look for 36 or double. So 36 will take us right here, right here. 37, 30. That is 32.41, right? So then here we got the breakout above the range. I mean, I'll color it in, right? Here's our box, right? Our break, and then where we are, the box, right? So having that box that we drew from 3 a.m., we dipped back in the box, and look, we're heading back up, probably to this old high right here, right? Well, that looks better on the 5-minute chart, right? And then we might get $1,300 there, right? Finally, maybe. Now, since we're outside the box, I probably still just put my stop below the 200 and risk 9 pips to make 13. I think we have a shot at that. Price came down into the channel, and we broke the channel, sideways consolidation. It's almost like return to the scene of the crime, breakout, return to the scene of the crime, break and retest. And so we can have a pretty confident move that we could move up. In fact, I might move that stop up and give it like 5 pips or something like that, right? Oh, NFP. Do we have NFP tomorrow? That's a good question, Jeff. Let's check the economic calendar on my market heat map. I forgot about that. Good Friday. Yep, non-farm payroll, April 3rd. The jobs report. Ooh, let me close that up. So it's on there. Expect a rise from 92,000 to 60,000. If we are better than expected, they're probably, if they already know this already, we're probably going to see a drop in the dollar, rise in the euro and the pound. So we're probably right in maybe for holding this trade open longer, right? Especially if we have maybe A or 1, B or 2, C or 3 later goes much higher, right? Assuming that, and our 100% expansion is 3284, I like that. Woohoo, that gives 4740, right? Now 4740, I wouldn't kick it out of bed for eating crackers. I'll maybe put the stop. It was 2,500 to make 4,500. Okay, right. Risk 25 to make 47. Yeah, I'll take that. Right. I mean, I think this gap gets filled. 127% expansion looks extra tasty because this was a gap that dropped down. If we get really good U.S. news, this thing, when we blow off the door, like I create 150,000 jobs or something, that's probably, whoa. Stop. Grab that by it. Got stuck to my fingers. I think that's blows back into the old range access resistance, the range from yesterday. That may be something to look at. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm going to hold this one, baby. I'm going to hold this one overnight. Because as it starts moving up, maybe it moves sideways for a bit. And if it tries to force its way down, I'm already in it, and I've got a cushion. And I probably won't wake up that early to watch it anyway. I'll just listen to it chime on my phone or something. But yeah, any questions? Really? Well, remember, this is backward looking, right? So this is the this would be the, because this is April, so this is the March number, right? This is the March jobs report. It's always a month behind. The forecast. I actually have my top secret AI. Let me see what it actually says. I haven't looked at it since all that Biden stuff that went down. But let's see what the forecasts call for. February, March, April. This is April, right? April. Well, okay, they're predicting 66,000, which is still better. The thing about it is, this is the thing about it. The bar is so low. The bar is so incredibly low at negative 92. If you create one job, you're better than expected, right? 2 jobs, you're still better than negative 92,000, right? If you create 5,000 jobs, if this is short 60, let's say it comes, they say 60. The forecast call for 66, and it's higher than this one. So anyway, this is a sandbag. This is like a layup, right? Now, if it comes in worse than expected, right? But I think this number is so bad, and I think they revised that number up. They're going to have an upward revision, and this will be better than expected, and the dollar is going to go down, and everything is going to shoot up. They have it all like engineered. You see the math in it. I got this super negative number. Australia do that too. They have this totally terrible number, right, on the fourth, and then the next number they juice it, and then the currency just goes super high, right? I mean, that works with Australia. With the U.S. dollar is just the opposite. The good news makes the dollar go down, and because they are exporters. If you're exporting stuff to other countries, you want a weak currency, right? You don't want a super strong safety currency. That's what Japan does. They weaken their currency to sell more Sony PlayStations and Lexuses and stuff like that, right? All the cool electronic gadgets. China does too, right? So if you're a U.S. exporter and you have a strong currency, it makes your stuff very expensive and no one's going to buy it. They're going to buy the domestic one that's cheaper, right? And the one, this may be a nod to the exporters to like help them out of the tariff thing too. So, okay, we're just going to weaken the currency here and give you guys this. This is they manipulate the jobs number in order to manipulate the currency. That was done in the other prior administration when the job numbers were off by, you know, by millions, you know. This was, see, we had minus 94,000 in 2024, and the error was so wide that, you know, none of these numbers ever showed up. But the predictive model said there were negative numbers until finally there was a big giant revision. And when the revision came out, it made my little AI thing. See, look at the giant revision. 1 million total jobs per annual job. The total revision of 1 million jobs, right? So this we'll talk about this on in class on Tuesday, and we'll see if that. In fact, I'm going to take a screenshot of it now. And then circle it. And you see something like that. That's a layup. That's like, please, let's get paid tomorrow. You got mama needs a new pair of red bottoms, you know. You gotta make a car payment tomorrow. Yeah, there you go. Not a recommendation by any account, but you know. All right, we're getting there. Kiwi dollar. Oh, got $10. Okay. That's why everything's kind of like sad, right? I'm gonna go for the old high. Okay, if everything's done, let's get paid. No, probably not tonight, but tomorrow morning. Yeah, 100% expansion right there. Looks like free money. All right. Any questions? Yeah, Rod. Always good to have Rod back. Will you be able to join us for the London session? Like I said, to register for that London session, just click the link right there. $127, and you're in. Get all the wonderful the access right there. $50,000 to $15,000 challenge with our blueprint, our wonderful spread tracking sheet, and a number of other bonuses as well. Access to our ETU portal built by Ray Lamar. Good job, Ray. Big shout out to him. Who's we've had, and we also have our new Teams community as well. Right. And we have a number of other bonuses as well. We have a mindset coach, AI coach, which you'll have access to as well. The new improved trend spotter indicator for locating the strongest trends. Yeah, that's going to be really cool too. We've just been pumping up these. Okay. So, Aussie cat. I never did. I looked right at this and didn't think about it. Aussie cat. Okay. Wait a minute. So this is what we do. You know, strong. We're going to talk about strong weak analysis during that as well. Pairing the strongest pair with the weakest pair and trading in the direction of the strongest pair. Right? It's like two boxers. Like you're like what's his name? Muhammad Ali's manager, Don King. Don King. You know, he made the matchup We're gonna match up these, or Dana White. We're in the corner in the green trunks, all the way from Australia, from Sydney, Australia, Australian dollar, in the blue corner, weighing 15 pounds, a total weakling, the Canadian dollar. It's ready to rumble. Right? Strong week analysis. That was fun. And okay. Oh, look at it. I told you, baby. Aussie be strong. +5. Ooh, Aussie Kiwi. Pair those two up. Or Aussie cat. Let's take a look at that. But you get access to that. Oh, yeah. You get access to that. And our mindset coach. Where is that? Kelly has. Kelly. Oh, I gave Lisa access to it. Right. So a free bonus. We're gonna have our this is our market mastermind, and we'll log in. Really? No. Oh, email address. T. Hickory. There we go. Log in. Right. Yes, save. Right. So this is a trading log, market mastermind, psychological execution log, and morning alignment question. Why is it so natural for me to wait for my perfect A+ setup? It uses assumptive questioning and our anti-tilt button there. How is my capital more valuable to me than the need to be right? Right? It asks these questions, their dashboard, our journal, right? Focus, neutral. You choose what your mood is, and you actually enter into your trader's log. So not just a trading log by technical things and how much money you made, but also the condition of your mindset, right? And that's very important. Your mind, your actions follow from your mind and your attitude and your emotions. And so if you're not reflective on that, so that's part of the of the process there. So some added bonuses plus other things too, right? Trend Spotter, Market Mastermind, and then we have something else. Okay, no, I think that's it. But you gotta get access to the portal, the ETU portal, where we have the 7 pillars, simulated trade site. You can get simulator, new simulator. You guys already have the new simulator, live execution, institutional money flow, trading floor discipline, trader psychology, trader protocol. This is a really cool vault of videos and things like that, right? Our Q&A platform too. Go ahead. So all that for $127 for 30-day access. Okay. And so I look forward to seeing you guys there. And we'll stop sharing there. Okay. And I didn't see any questions, comments. Just moving slow. Yeah, I mean, it's a holiday. They're probably non-farm payroll is probably be it's like, is the market even opened? Okay, that's the question. Okay, I need. Let's ask Merlin. Merlin the magician. Go ahead. Is the stock market? Is a stock open Good Friday? I think it might be a shortened trading session. Okay. It's asked. It's still processing. No, closed. New York Stock Exchange will be closed. Bond market is closed. So I wonder, they're going to report non-farm payroll. Would government offices be closed too? So wouldn't the Bureau of Labor Statistics be closed too? Okay. Will they release NFP on Good Friday? So the stock market won't be able to benefit from it with the currency market, but interesting if there's no trading desk open. And it's rapidly thinking. Waiting for an answer. I probably could go to Google and get a faster answer. Will NFP be reported on Good Friday? Yep, 8:30 on Good Friday. They're going to release it. Yep. Yeah, no Eurobanks open tomorrow. It's up. Mm-hmm. Will. Okay, so there'll be. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, if the banks are open, what's going to happen? This thing could shoot up, and with no liquidity, no desks are open. Illiquid market. Let's go for it. Okay. Anyway, guys, you guys have a happy Easter and happy Resurrection Day, and we will see you on. If we see you, we'll see you in the challenge on Wednesday, April 6th. Okay. Cheers. Bye-bye. Bye, Jeff. Bye, Rod. Bye, Steve. Bye, John.